Hey, it's Rod's here, and I said I'm going to have a special interview. I'm with Lisa Alford,
Hello.
and she's my hardcore old school wrestling fan, and I'm going to give her a little interview. I appreciate you doing this.
No problem.
And number one, we met through a mutual friend, and we're going to leave him nameless because I don't have I can't use his name right now. So, and so this is I got 12 questions for her as a wrestling fan. And how long have you been a wrestling fan?
For 45 years almost.
And where are you originally from?
North Carolina.
North Carolina? Oh. She's from Flair Country, folks. Woo! So,
That's right.
see, yeah, this is actually the first shirt that I wore when we met. I let her know what I was wearing. So if you guys can name that shirt, just put it in the comments below. All right, so we're gonna get this started. So, which legends have you actually seen live?
Ric Flair, Harley Race, Ricky Steamboat, J.M. Blood, Walter McDaniels, Blackjack Mulligan. The list goes on and on and on.
All right. What was your reaction when you first saw blood in a match?
I was like, cool.
What, you remember what year that was?
No.
I'm not saying you're old. You know that. You
No,
don't.
it would have been the only thing I would remember actually from going to the matches and stuff is after I had got out of elementary school into junior high, and me and my girlfriend was always going to Greensboro Coliseum.
Greensboro Coliseum. You must have a
Oh,
lot of
I
fun
had
there.
a blast. There's so many memories.
You could tell us a couple good stories with that
Oh
one.
yes, I can.
You want to share one?
Sure. We were leaving the Coliseum, and I happened to look over, and I see a limo, and a guy putting his luggage in. But turns out it was Ric Flair. So I jumped the fence, go over, run over, and gave him a big old hug, and he gives me the biggest kiss. And I'm like, cool. And I see Ricky Steamboat done the same thing to him.
Oh, jeez. And I'm a Steamboat Savage guy because I look at matches.
I love Ricky Steamboat. I always have.
Now, when you were watching wrestling, were you force-fed who to like and who not to like?
No.
You just...
I picked and chose my own.
You picked and chose?
Yes.
Not like what it is today when you got the people standing out saying thumbs up, thumbs down for these people.
Yeah, no, I choose my own.
So
I don't follow anybody. If they follow me, that's fine. I don't care. But
you know they would do that in TNA.
Oh yeah, of course they would.
But
and I'd do the opposite of them just to be a bitch.
Well, this is a family-friendly show. Wait a minute.
Since when?
Yeah, since when? You know, she's just lucky I'm not walking around shirtless right now. In your opinion, how's wrestling changed in your eyes and over the years?
Dramatically. Very dramatically. It's too commercial.
Too commercial?
I think it's too commercial today.
So, okay. Do you think the wrestler's code is dead?
The what?
The wrestler's code?
No.
Okay. You know what the wrestler's code is?
No.
You know, the wrestler's code is like, I'm going to use an example. The bad guys ride with the bad guys. The good guys ride with the good guys.
Oh, okay.
They're not supposed to mix. But do you think that's still going on, or do you think it's all mixed now?
It's all mixed. They're all best buddies. It's just, one happy family doing their job and getting paid for it.
Yeah. So basically, it's to you it's probably borderline.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Who was the ultimate bad guy that you loved?
Back in the old day?
Back in the old days?
Yeah, it would have to be Harley Race.
Why is that?
Well, Harley Race, he did it so naturally. It just fit him to the T. It was like no script, no nothing. It was just came flat out, and he didn't give a damn who he offended, who he did.
It's like me with the script here. I'm offending everybody.
Exactly. But he didn't care. And I'm the same way today.
And we talked a little bit about TNA, and you said you watch some of it.
Yeah.
What do you think of the direction of TNA? The direction TNA is going right now?
I'm hoping that it is a rumor. I don't know for sure, but once we know the facts, then we can go from there. I'm hoping that it's not as bad as it seems, but
okay.
I'm hoping they can continue.
How do you feel about promoters not paying their talent? And I'll give you an example.
Yeah, that's bull. That's why Dixie lost Hogan to begin with, because she didn't want to pay him what he wanted. And, Hogan is Hogan. He's going to get his money one way or the other. If you don't pay him his money, he's going to go step somewhere else. And he don't care.
Okay. How do you feel about Vince and Dixie?
Vince and Dixie?
Vince and Dixie. Do you think they're working together?
No.
Do you think Vince has his hand in the cookie jar there?
Vince doesn't need his hand in the cookie jar. He's on cloud 20 right now, and Dixie's down on 2 right now. I don't think he has his hand in a cookie jar at all, and Dixie needs to be learning from him to keep her business going.
Okay. What was your favorite? Let me rephrase that. Who was your favorite promoter? If we could say Territory Days with this, you got a whole variety.
Yeah. Man, that's so hard. I'm gonna have to say old school. I'm sorry, but WWE today is too commercial. I like the old days.
You know what I mean by promoters, like Dixie Carter being like the promoter of TNA, Vince McMahon being the promoter of WWE. There's like Cowboy Bill Watts was a promoter. I mean, that's what I mean by that question.
Yeah. Okay.
But if you were to say WWE, which I can understand for the product,
well,
version.
it's not only the product either. It's it's the way how everything comes together and how they're making their money. And I don't know what's going on with Dixie, if she's not paying attention or she's not willing to learn or whatever. But she got to step up. She's got a long road ahead of her. She's going to compete with Vince.
And it seems like she's not even.
And she's not even putting a dent in it.
See, and that's from an old school fan. Wow.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: female wrestling. How has that changed? How has that changed? I mean, you growing up watching it. You probably didn't see a lot of what's going on with the female wrestlers right now. You see them more as probably managers.
I didn't see any of that. I enjoyed watching the show Glow. Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, yes.
You know who the promoter was for that?
Yeah.
Stallone's mom.
Yeah. But yeah, Glow was a great show, and I liked it. But it's, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. So. I mean, I've got a few divas that I love dearly, and, a few of them's not even wrestling anymore.
Yeah, like Trish Stratus.
Kelly, Maurice. I'm friends with her on Facebook. We talk all the time. She's a sweetheart. We talked before her and Miz got married.
I can say this about Maurice, and I have a lot of respect for all sorts of wrestling, but she has some nice legs. In a male's point of view,
she's a sweetheart.
She just has long legs, and it's one thing I do remember about her.
I love top to the hand.
like you do to me all the time. And what about one of my favorite questions I like to ask: if you can go on one date with one wrestler, old school, someone now, who would it be?
Roman Reigns.
How come I knew you were going to say that?
There was no other answer for that one.
See, I think you'd be more of a Ric Flair girl or a Roddy Piper
Ric
girl.
Flair is probably double my age because he sure looks it now. I'm sorry to say, I love you still, Ric Flair. I love you too, Ricky Steamboat, Blackjack, you too. I am friends with Blackjack on Facebook as well.
That's cool.
I used to have them all, but they all get reported and they lose their pages and they got to come back with a new page. So it's hard to keep up with.
Yeah, but and of course on Facebook you make sure that's the real person.
Yes, I go and make sure they are certified, who they say they are.
Yeah.
And
So
I know what to look for.
So you remember that Facebook. Look for certain wrestlers, make sure it's a seal of approval.
Yep.
That's like myself. I am the seal of approval.
And check your friends list. That usually helps too.
So, Lisa, thank you for taking a couple minutes for doing this special RSA. And like I said, she's my hardcore wrestling fan, and she's one of the most beautiful people that I've met, and hanging out at the Wet Spot. So, and
that's not saying a lot.
That's not saying a lot, but and sad thing is we don't have your Bo out here to make a special appearance. So
No.
At least
he's got to get up at 5 in the morning and go to work.
Yeah, so I gotta cut this video short. So, this is Rods. You're watching an RSA. Peace.
Peace out.